It's the last round of the Daytona DMAX Light Enduro Championship, and the title is yet to be decided. Very close. We've had a very close qualifying session, and Jake is about to talk you through the situation and speak to the two guys fighting for the title today.
Well, here are our two title contenders. Max O'Shaughnessy in the lead, Tom Kempynck in second. Kempynck has to score 8 more points than Max O'Shaughnessy today to get the championship won. And you're starting 1 place behind him on the starting grid. That's going to make things interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Luckily, I got the inside for turn 1. So, yeah, it should be good. I hope to be a bit further up the field in qualification, starting P5. But it's a long race, so anything can happen.
To win the championship, you have to win and hope that he is 3rd position or behind, or basically 8 more points than him. How tough is that going to be today?
It's quite tough, I have to say. I missed the first round, which doesn't help, because I had to drop. Well, I have to count 1 race, which didn't go so well. But yeah, I believe in it. So yeah, looking forward to the race.
Okay, well, we've heard from Tom. Let's hear from Max. Max, 4th on the grid, not quite where you wanted to be. No bonus point for pole position. It does make it slightly easier in the championship fight, though.
Yeah, it definitely does help starting in front of my rival. I reckon I might have, I had a bit more pace in me, but I was concentrating so much on what he was doing that I might have distracted me a little bit. So I'm hoping to move up the field, and the main goal is just to finish ahead of him.
All you have to do, effectively, is just be 1 position behind him, and the job is done.
Yeah, essentially, but you never know what can happen off the start. So if he's in the lead, I've got to really work for it.
One more thing to do then, gentlemen. I think, Tom, quickly, I think you guys should shake on a fair fight. There we go. The 2 rivals ready for action, but there are 3 drivers starting ahead of them on the starting grid. Chris has found Dante Dillon.
Yes, I'm with Sam Lovelace and Dante Dillon. You guys have just been speaking. This is a result you've both wanted for a while, to both be up the front. The only problem, as you were referring to there, Dante, is that the 2 drivers directly behind you are fighting for the championship.
Yeah, so as much as we're right at the front, unfortunately we have 2 very fast drivers right behind us fighting for the championship, so it's going to be as tense as ever between those guys. But I'm just going to play it as another race, really. I mean, just treat every driver the same. Don't take points into account. I just want to stay 3rd in the championship overall, so just want a good race.
Good stuff. And Sam, we'll come to you next. I know you're not feeling 100% today, but came very close to a victory last time at Tamworth. Hoping to go one better today?
Yeah, certainly. That's what I said at the end of Tamworth, and planning to do it today. Qualifying at the start, I was panicking a bit. I didn't think I had the groove, and then I settled down, and then I was told I was P2, so I'm really pleased with that.
And it's a very sort of tense atmosphere, isn't it, around? Because as well as you've got guys like yourself, Dante and Ben fighting for a win, there's a championship going off just behind you. Have you got a plan in your head? How are you approaching this race? I'm
just going to approach it as any other race. I think it's the fairest thing to do for the main protagonist. I'm just going to go for it, really, because I'm looking for that first win, and now's good enough time to do it. Good stuff, Sam. Thanks for speaking to us. Jake's with our pole sitter, Ben Leslie.
Yep, grabbing the pole position in the very last seconds of qualifying, Ben Leslie. That wasn't too bad, was it?
No, not at all. Actually, I thought my last couple of laps were a little bit scrappy, so I'm surprised to hear that.
There's a championship fight going on behind you, and about 6 to 7 pack of dogs that are going to be charging for you at turn 1. How will you cope?
I don't know, just try and do my own race, stay relaxed, stay confident. I'm chucking the cart around quite a bit, which I'm enjoying, so hopefully carry on doing that.
Do you think you can end the season on a high?
Well, I hope so. Podium at least.
Okay, well, good luck, Ben. Have a good race.
Thank you.
Incredibly tough, this championship battle, and as we've already mentioned, 8 points is basically what Tom Kempynck has to gain in this last round to win the championship. It couldn't be closer.
I mean, it's that confusing though with fastest lap. Of course, pole position, that point won't come into effect, but fastest lap will. And there's a bit of a spread between the points within the top 3, so it can be as many as 10 points just between the top 3. We've done the maths about 3-4 times over, and we're still not 100% sure at times. So we'll keep an eye on it as the race goes on and update you as it goes.
If Kempynck wins and O'Shaughnessy's second, O'Shaughnessy is the champion, so Max Kempynck has got to have, Tom Kempynck even, has got to have quite a tough fight on him. See, that's how confused we are. We're even messing up their names, and we haven't even started racing yet. A tough fight for the championship in the offing here, and it's going to be incredibly close in the final round of the Daytona DMAX Light Enduro Championship for 2017. Max O'Shaughnessy and Tom Kempynck fighting for the championship. 8 more points than O'Shaughnessy will win the championship for Tom Kempynck, but they line up 4th and 5th on the grid with O'Shaughnessy ahead of his rival Ben Leslie on pole position. Alongside him on the front row, Sam Lovelace, Dante Dillon and Max O'Shaughnessy on the second row, with Tom Kempynck and Harrison Pugh on the third row. Row 4 4 is Axel Sliepsevich and Sam Hampshire, Graham Cobb, Boyd Wayne Jr., Charlotte Manton, Alexander Dorokov, Josh Kraft and Stephen Cobb. It's going to be a really interesting race, this one, with 32 karts, our biggest ever grid, lining up for this final race of the season. And Ben Leslie has bags of pressure to soak up, including a championship fight on his tail between Max O'Shaughnessy and Tom Kempynck. Let's get it game on here at Daytona Milton Keynes. We are racing in the finale of Daytona DMAX. Light Enduro Lovelace and O'Shaughnessy runs wide. O'Shaughnessy has lost several places. Kempynck's been held up as well.
Sam
And there's a
Bennett's
spinner.
off.
That's
Sam
Bennett. Bennett's gone off at turn 1. But as they come through for the first lap, Ben Leslie leads it. Now, where are our championship rivals?
They are
Kempynck
fifth
is
and
5th and 7th. Now, in terms of the championship battle, that is still not enough. O'Shaughnessy would still be the champion, but both of our rivals have been impeded.
Kempynck side by side for 4th place, I think it was, as they headed through turn 6. Does he make the move? Almost.
And then he does
well,
on the next one,
yes.
and this time he is going to get through. Now
Getting
he's
his
going to lose the
elbows
place on the inside line. Is he? No, he just
No, I think
hangs
he's
on.
through.
So Kempynck is through to 4th. Now that would give 38 points for Kempynck compared to 32 points. 6 points would be the difference. That would mean that Kempynck would need the fastest lap and they would be tied for points on drop scores. That is how close we are right now.
Well, Ben Leslie's had no such problems at the start and leads the way. So, and is that Graham Cobb? Is it lunging up the inside of Kempynck? It is. A brilliant move that from Graham Cobb. But O'Shaughnessy, that's Harrison Pugh to the outside.
Yeah, temporarily down to 8th, now up to 7th.
Kempynck a mistake.
Kempynck runs deep, down to 6th position. O'Shaughnessy trying to cut across Harrison Pugh, and that's cost Pugh 2 places. Now it's Kempynck versus O'Shaughnessy on track for 6th and 7th.
Yeah, Axel Sliepsevich has gone past Kempynck, and that's put the 2 championship rivals together. So the order is Ben Leslie leading by 1.5 seconds from Dillon, then it's Lovelace, Cobb, Sliepsevich, Kempynck, O'Shaughnessy, Boyd Wayne Jr., Harrison Pugh and Sam Hampshire.
The only driver in that whole field who had a clean lap was Ben Leslie. That looks to me as though Sam Hampshire has got through. Actually, no, I think that might be Doricott, or is that Hampshire still battling away with Manton over the course of the lap? Leslie, Dillon, Lovelace, Cobbs, Sliepsevich, Kempynck, O'Shaughnessy, Pugh ahead of Wayne Jr., and then it's Khan, Hampshire and Manton. So yes, Sam Hampshire and Charlotte Manton having that terrific toss-off for 11th position. All the way down the order, there's Ayrton Senna's mate, that is Jason Cole, Daniel Parker, who is there in 24th position, chasing down Jason Cole. We know Dan Parker of old, he likes to run in the tribute lead of Ayrton Senna. Dave
for
Parker.
second, Sam Lovelace up the inside of Dante Dillon.
Yes, indeed. I was just going to say Dave Parker runs in the Lewis
and
Hamilton
Max
tribute.
O'Shaughnessy up the inside of Tom Kempynck.
That is the championship rivalry going side by side down the bottom of the circuit. Now, are they going to come through relatively together? Because that's a really interesting battle. Side by side into 8 is a scary prospect for any racing driver.
Let alone for a championship fight, but it's Kempynck.
Still together. Kempynck still in front of O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy all over the shop right now as he tries to find a way through.
At the moment, O'Shaughnessy in a very good position, it's fair to say, because...
yeah, if I was Max O'Shaughnessy, I'd just stay right where I am. I'd sit right behind Kempynck, work with him to go through the field, and then battle away for the victory.
You say that, but at the same time, he'd want to keep him within arm's length and wouldn't want him to make too many positions and get too many drivers in between them. So this is an interesting situation. I don't think they would have expected to be in this exact situation, but after the start, Max O'Shaughnessy's plans, I think, would have changed going forward to this race.
Oh, look, Lovelace is really close to Ben Leslie now. There's not much that Ben can do about this. Lovelace is just absolutely determined.
Look at Sliepsevich behind as well. He's trying to go past Graham Cobb. He should get the run on the exit.
Big mistake from Leslie up front. Big mistake from Leslie up front. Cobb is going to get through on the inside of holding on to Axel Sliepsevich, but Leslie made a big mistake at turn 10, and now Lovelace is breathing down his neck. Dillon there in third, then Cobb, Sliepsevich, Kempynck and O'Shaughnessy, and now Kempynck and O'Shaughnessy are going to try and make a move on these guys because they're holding them up, and Kempynck needs to score big points compared to O'Shaughnessy. This is all on Tom Kempynck now. He knows he's got to try and make up places on O'Shaughnessy and score more points. Here goes Axel on the inside of Cobb.
Double hit for Kempynck.
Kempynck and O'Shaughnessy's going to get through, is he?
Yes.
Oh yes, O'Shaughnessy is going to squeeze in and take the place as well. So they're now up to 4th and 5th. Now that's 38 points and 36 points respectively. O'Shaughnessy still looking good for the championship.
Big loss that for Graham Cobb. 4th all the way down to 7th place within 2 corners. So not a good couple of corners out for Graham Cobb. No response to the move of Axel Slijepsvich.
But the big winner in that one, of course, is Max O'Shaughnessy, because he goes up to 5th position, and now he doesn't have to worry about too many karts in front of him. Again, Kempynck is going to be the one that cuts through the air. O'Shaughnessy can just follow Kempynck, in fact work with him as they close up on Dante Dillon.
Yeah, well, the gap's 2.5 seconds. Oh, and here goes Lovelace for the lead. Up at turn 4, is he going to make that move stick? He isn't, but Leslie's still side by side.
Leslie's going to try and hold it to the inside. He gets sideways. This is going to be a chance for Lovelace to cut back and gets the place this time. Squeezes Leslie out. That's a great bit of overtaking from Lovelace very early on in this race.
Yeah, we're 13 minutes in and Sam Lovelace leads. Not for the first time this season. So Sam Lovelace now leading the way.
Leslie's not given up on Lovelace as they come over the crest. He's absolutely all over him, and Dante Dillon's there too. Leslie trying to close up. He goes a bit deep. Dillon's going to tighten up. Kempynck 4th from O'Shaughnessy.
This is where it gets interesting. If Kempynck and O'Shaughnessy catch the leaders, then it gets interesting, because we've found ourselves with 10 points between 1st to 3rd, and that is all the difference needed for Tom Kempynck to win the title.
That's what O'Shaughnessy's banking on. That's why he's pushing Kempynck around.
You say that, but does O'Shaughnessy really want them to catch the leaders? I wouldn't.
I suppose you probably wouldn't. No, you'd want to stay 4th and 5th. You wouldn't really want a trophy. What you want is the championship.
Yeah, turn this into a fight. Because if you push Kempynck up to the leaders and Kempynck gets the lead, O'Shaughnessy's 2nd, but then you've got a Lovelace that doesn't want anything other than a win. You've got Ben Leslie, who has had so many unfortunate results this season. Dante Dillon wants to end on a high. You find yourselves with 3 drivers all wanting to win a race desperately.
Well, from O'Shaughnessy's,
you're kind of in the middle of it as a champ.
It's tricky. I think of O'Shaughnessy's point of view, he doesn't really mind too much. As long as he finishes 1 place behind Kempynck, he may as well just sit with him, even if they catch the leaders.
That's easier said than done in DMAX, though.
Very true. Very
we
true.
get into the car racing world. That's easy. That's a lot easier to do. But in DMAX, in such a close championship where we were looking at 20 drivers within 2 seconds in qualifying.
You win a championship at this level, you really are top quality. Yellow flags, we've got an off at turn 2. Yeah. That is, now who is that's gone? Red helmet by the look of it.
Yes.
I'm not entirely sure who that is. I wonder if that's Nathan Ballard, maybe?
We'll have to confirm when they come up.
Yeah, we'll double check the next time around, but we've got yellow flags at turn 1.
Let's look at the gap.
Turn
the
2.
Gap between 3rd and 4th, Dillon and Kempynck was 1.5 seconds. It's going to be a lot less than that now.
So yellow flags as the leaders come through. They obviously have to. No, now look at that. Yellow flags, and they've all tightened up. Dillon's gone straight for it, and look who's right behind him now. That is Tom Kempynck. So the top 5 are literally closed up.
Here we go. This is all on then as we head down to turn 5. I wonder if anyone's going to incur a penalty there.
Well, technically speaking, Kempynck and O'Shaughnessy gain ground.
Oh, and O'Shaughnessy's
on the inside of Kempynck. This is his moment. This is surely where he's going to get a chance to wrap up the championship. He's through, past Tom Kempynck. Now, if he makes up 1 more place on Dante Dillon, that puts it to bed for the moment.
Kempynck's in a really tough position here because Axel Slijepsvich is piling on the pressure as well. He's got no choice but to push O'Shaughnessy up to the top 3 once again.
That was Kempynck's best chance to win this championship right there, and he missed it.
He will, and you can see getting his head down straight away. He knows that that's an opportunity gone missing there. So, Lovelace still leads. Ben Leslie still 2nd. O'Shaughnessy.
Oh, contact Cobb and Harrison Pugh.
No, it's Cameron
Cobb
Khan.
and Pugh came together.
Is that Cameron Khan or? That's Cameron Khan.
Oh, it is Khan, my apologies.
Khan, yeah.
So Cobb and Khan come together.
Harrison Pugh picks up the pieces.
So Graham Cobb not happy at all with Cameron Khan.
I hate to say it, but these are all unnecessary risks from Max O'Shaughnessy round the outside at turn 9. Do you really need to take that when you're now 9 points clear? I don't think so.
No, indeed. Well, Dillon's defending here in 3rd position.
Oh, there we go.
Up the inside. O'Shaughnessy's going to lose the place to Kempynck. Kempynck gets through. And O'Shaughnessy squeezed wide. Axel Slijepsvich with a chance to come through. What is Max O'Shaughnessy doing?
And he's through. Axel's through as well.
Oh, Max O'Shaughnessy. Surely that is the inexperience of youth there getting the better of him. He's now got 2 karts to try and get past before he can get back in front of his main rival, Tom Kempynck. Now, that would put Kempynck in 4th, O'Shaughnessy 6th. That's still a 4-point deficit. It's still the championship on for O'Shaughnessy, but that...
Oh, the leaders!
Leslie does love this!
Yep, leaders side by side then, almost a bit of contact there. Ben Leslie fighting tooth and nail here with Sam Lovelace, who's getting on the defensive. So once again, everything closing up. Dante Dillon does not want to win this race, does he? He's defending like mad. He's in third place. Get on with it.
Yeah,
I don't know what he's doing.
Absolutely.
Oh, and now
He's made a mistake at turn 2.
Oh, and here comes Kempynck round the outside.
Surely this is going to be his best chance yet.
And he's through.
He's through into third. That's critical for the championship. Kempynck through to third position. O'Shaughnessy trying to come past Dylan and Stiemcevic. He's going to get the space on Stiemcevic.
Oh,
Gets through into fifth position. Stiemcevic is better on the exit. Dylan's still there in fourth place. He squeezes O'Shaughnessy. Now that's third to sixth position. There's 6 points difference between them now.
1 point. That's 1 point in it. So fastest lap for Kempynck would be the championship over. And we've had the two leaders going side by side.
Well, not quite, because that would be, if he gets the fastest lap, that means he'd get 7 points. They'd be tied for points.
They'd be tied,
and that would be O'Shaughnessy winning on countback.
Here we go, leaders side by side once again. Ben Leslie chucking it down the inside. Lovelace, hold on to your hat as he goes into turn number 10.
Oh, this is
He's gonna come out in the
amazing.
lead. Oh no, don't hit the tyres, Ben Leslie. They're giving each other some space here, but...
And Leslie leads in the final turn. He gets the position back. So now Kempynck is third, Dylan fourth, Stiemcevic fifth, O'Shaughnessy sixth. O'Shaughnessy definitely with his back to the wall now. If Kempynck gains one more place, this is game over in the championship.
Look at Kempynck now on this lap, absolutely flying as Ben Leslie getting held up into the last corner. Max O'Shaughnessy.
Oh, Lovelace nearly giving him a rub there.
Oh, well, Tom Kempynck got through perfectly there, being cheered on from the sidelines.
Right, that's
as he
Johnson,
heads
and
down
they're
towards...
lapping. They lap Johnson.
And O'Shaughnessy not...
Again getting held up a little bit there.
Just a tiny bit, just a fraction. It's all going to be playing on his mind, isn't it, Jake? It's all going to be frustrating. He's going to be feeling sorry for himself. It's all going against me. What am I doing wrong? Nothing, but... at the moment, it's just going a little bit against him, but Tom Kempynck is right with Sam Lovelace now, and he's not going to wait. He's going to go straight past if he gets with an opportunity.
Well, the next cart they are lapping is Anatoly Dulko, who gets out of the way and lets them all go, except for O'Shaughnessy, who again gets a little bit impeded. What is it about Max O'Shaughnessy in this race? He just seems to get left out to dry.
That's the problem with being at the back of a queue, though.
Right, Ash Curtis moves aside and lets the leaders go. Look how close it is. Kempynck right on the back of Lovelace. If he gets him, he will be the champion. And again, O'Shaughnessy being held up by Ash Curtis this time. Oh, this is an absolute nightmare for O'Shaughnessy. He is losing the back of Axel Stiemcevic. He cannot afford for this to happen.
Tom Kempynck now sort of thinking, I imagine, right, how do I go about this? What's the plan here?
Yeah, he's 1 place away from winning the championship. If Kempynck passes Lovelace, that's it, job done. He wins the championship on drop scores.
Now, of course, Max O'Shaughnessy again just being delayed slightly, I think, in his attempts to pass back markers. Well, look at Tom Kempynck as Sam Lovelace runs a little bit through. Oh, and
Kempynck goes through, barges him wide, and that's the championship, surely. If Kempynck now continues this on in second place, Lovelace trying to come back at him, but Kempynck goes for the move, gets it, he's into second, and if it finishes like this, Tom Kempynck is champion.
That was a move with someone that has a championship at stake, don't get me wrong, there was contact.
And Dylan's through as well. Dylan's got through in a third.
There was certainly contact on the way through, but that said, he was side by side, and as much as Sam Lovelace may feel a little bit... Oh, look at Sam Lovelace.
Stiemcevic goes for Lovelace. Now if this opens the door, this could put O'Shaughnessy through as well, and that gives him a chance to win the championship again. It's all close. Very close indeed now.
What do you do about that move? Well, let's look at it one more time. Tom Kempynck through turn 9, Jake. What did you think of it? Down the inside.
It's difficult because Lovelace was hesitating a little bit and Kempynck felt he had to go for it. Lovelace was turning in, so was Kempynck. There was contact. I don't know if that's a deliberate shove wide or not, or if it's just circumstance. It's a tough one to call.
I wouldn't like to be a steward looking at that one, to be honest, because that's someone's championship at stake.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the way the race is...
But at the same time, it's Sam Lovelace's race at stake as well.
Yeah, in terms of the way the race is ebbing and flowing, I want to say that's a racing incident, but I can't make that call.
In that case, let's get back to the race.
Oh, O'Shaughnessy desperate. Look, he's got to get past Stiemcevic now.
Here he is. He's going to get through. Down in towards turn 1. That's the move done.
Beautiful. Now
right,
that
what's the update? What's the update?
Right, so now we've got... 9 points is the gap.
So Kempynck at this stage of the race
is still looking to be the champion. O'Shaughnessy is in 5th, that gives him 36 points. Kempynck is 2nd, that gives him 45. He'll be 9 points more. Now that will still give Tom Kempynck the championship.
By 2 points.
Oh, it could not be ending like... I can't believe how tight this is ending at the end of an amazing season.
And it gets worse for Max O'Shaughnessy because Tom Kempynck is only 6/10 away from a race win.
And if he wins the race and O'Shaughnessy is down in 5th, it's game over.
If Kempynck wins, O'Shaughnessy needs to be 2nd. And at the moment, he is, let's see, 3.2 seconds away from the race leader.
And Kempynck is going for it. He knows what he has to do. He knows Ben Leslie very well indeed. He's raced with him so many times. He knows what's at stake here. He knows how much he's got to put in, and he knows where he can strike. Now, he's got himself in the best possible position. He's the chaser rather than the chased, and this is going to be his best chance to win the championship. Kempynck knows what's at stake. O'Shaughnessy has got past the Ipswich and has left him for dead, by the way, so that's a good position to be in, but he's still got a lot of work to do. Through goes Sam Lovelace past the back marker. So too does O'Shaughnessy. Lovelace goes wide. O'Shaughnessy's got a chance here. Now Lovelace has got to defend to the inside. O'Shaughnessy's going to try and cut back. But now he dives to the inside. If he gets this move, it makes it a lot easier.
He does. He's through. He's through. And we have a yellow flag out just ahead, but O'Shaughnessy...
Who's that that's gone? Is that a back marker?
Yes, it is, but O'Shaughnessy completed the move before they got there.
Yes, so that's fine.
Through, right,
O'Shaughnessy
so
into 4th. Right, so O'Shaughnessy now is 38 compared to 45 for Kempynck.
That's a 7-point difference.
That means O'Shaughnessy would be champion on countback. They will be level on points. If it finishes like this, they will be tied for points.
But look how close they are going into turn 10, the two leaders. Ben Leslie versus Tom Kempynck. At the moment, Kempynck's going to lose on countback.
We are genuinely getting the Hollywood Showdown finale here. I never thought the championship would change hands as many times as it has. At this moment, if it ends like this, O'Shaughnessy is champion once more. But if Kempynck gets past Ben Leslie and goes into the lead, then there is no doubt about it. O'Shaughnessy would have to be 2nd, and that is a full 5 seconds away from him right now. I can't believe this. If you drop the scores, O'Shaughnessy a 107.8, his personal best that last lap. If it finishes like this, they are dead level on dropped scores. They tie for points, and then it goes to O'Shaughnessy on dropped on countback, because they have both got 2 wins, but they have both they've got 2 second places. Hang on a minute, no, because Kempynck, if it's in 2nd place, they would tie for seconds. It would come down to 3rd positions, and that would go the way of Kempynck. So actually, they are dead level on points, but because Kempynck is in 2nd place, Kempynck would be the champion, because that's countback. He's got 1 more 3rd place, because they'd be level on wins, level on seconds, so Kempynck would be champion if it stays like this, because it would be counting back to thirds.
That's ridiculous.
That's unbelievably close.
Ridiculous.
I can't believe that.
So he can stay here.
Oh my goodness, O'Shaughnessy's not done yet. He's absolutely critical for Kempynck to get past Leslie now.
Where's Leslie gone?
Where is Ben Leslie? Dylan's leading. Leslie's down to 3rd.
What happened?
Dylan leads, Kempynck is 2nd, Leslie 3rd, O'Shaughnessy 4th. Now, it still means that Kempynck would be the champion, but Kempynck has let Dylan get through somewhere.
Well, there's got to, surely, unless it was a mistake from Leslie, there's been an instant between the two leaders.
With Dylan and on board with Kempynck, so we look back.
And we'll see what happens.
Out of our view, Dylan has got into the lead, Leslie has dropped to 3rd, and now the championship fight is still as it was. Kempynck 2nd to O'Shaughnessy 4th. But now there's a genuine chance for O'Shaughnessy to break into the top 3.
But look at Tom Kempynck, he's looking to the outside.
Here he goes!
Here he goes for the lead.
This is for the lead, and this is for the championship. Kempynck gets alongside, can't make the move. God, Tom Kempynck is really going for it now. It's elbows out and gunning for the championship. The only way to be champion now is to win and hope that O'Shaughnessy doesn't finish higher than 3rd, and that could happen right now.
I always laugh when I see that. Dylan trying to tell a man who's got a championship at stake to follow him. Forget it, mate. He's got a championship to win here. I know you've got a race to win.
Yeah,
Tom Kempynck has a championship to win.
Yeah, that's going to happen when I get married on the 47th of never. Absolutely amazing. Here comes Tom Kempynck again, diving down to the inside of turn 10, trying to get one over on Dante Dillon. Leslie's actually got a little bit of space now between himself and Max O'Shaughnessy. Amazing stuff. Now, Dillon leads. Second place, still Tom Kempynck. Still Tom Kempynck set to be champion. They'd be dead level on points, but on countback, it would be Kempynck who wins the championship, courtesy of one more third position. They'd be tied for wins, they'd be tied for seconds. They would, however, be split on third positions.
Unfortunate news, Tom Kempynck is under investigation.
Oh, you're joking!
For contact on Ben Leslie, advantage by contact on Ben Leslie, down at turn 8.
Oh my goodness, so it looks as though the incident that happened out of our sight, Tom Kempynck is being investigated.
I did try and find out if is it likely, is it not, but the most they could tell me is that Tom Kempynck, number 40, under investigation for advantage by contact, ABC, on number 4, Ben Leslie.
Yellow flags at 6, and that's going to be difficult. If Tom Kempynck receives a penalty, then it is game over in the championship, and it would go to Max O'Shaughnessy. The desperation to win the championship, extreme of course, for Tom Kempynck.
Oh, Dylan being held up.
He's getting held up by back markers here, and this is going to be a problem. Tom Kempynck with a chance.
Oh, here we go, down in towards turn 1. Dylan's still being delayed, and Kempynck now right there.
Waving furiously. Where's the blue flag? Get that man out of the way. He's
and he's run off.
And he runs
He's off the track. Here comes Kempynck on the outside.
Kempynck's going to try and get him back. They're going to be side by side. Kempynck is desperate. He wants to win the championship. He's trying his best. He comes round the outside now. Dylan protects to the inside. Kempynck forces himself back.
And he's through.
Kempynck leads here. Absolutely incredible. So Tom Kempynck has put himself into championship winning position. But look, Leslie and O'Shaughnessy are right on the back of Dylan, and we still don't know if there's a penalty coming.
Well, good move that from Tom Kempynck. That was unbelievable, driving round the outside of Dante Dillon. Dante Dillon there expecting him to do the switchback. He did the exact opposite to what we were all expecting. And now Tom Kempynck, let's not forget the investigation. We haven't heard anything back yet. But as it stands, Tom Kempynck is your champion.
He's going to get himself into this now. He knows that the 3 men in front of him are the 3 men that could determine his championship. He goes for Leslie on the inside into third position.
Brilliant move.
Right, now he needs to get one more.
Brilliant move.
Now he needs to get one more. He's got to get past Dante Dillon. If he gets past Dillon, Max O'Shaughnessy takes back the championship.
It wouldn't matter. The penalty would not matter if he gets to second anyway. Wouldn't make a difference. So O'Shaughnessy, well, how long we got left? Just over 15 minutes. He's 3/10 away from a certain championship victory.
Kempynck's just got to keep charging. He has no idea.
Because I've seen that happen before.
Well, he has no idea what is happening behind him. He's just got to race for the victory. He's already under investigation. He doesn't want to put himself at risk of anything else. He's just got to push. He cannot afford to defend. If he gets himself into another incident, then it's almost black and white. He could get a penalty. So he's just got to push. He can't afford to think about what's going on behind him. That's out of his control now. He's done the hard work.
Yeah.
He's going to win the race if he keeps this
going.
going.
Here comes O'Shaughnessy to the outside.
Round the outside of Dylan. Surely that's never going to happen. He twitches like crazy.
And he's run wide at turn 10.
Big risk.
And Ben Leslie, the recovering Ben Leslie, now there.
Here he
O'Shaughnessy, here he goes.
Final corner, and he's through. Max O'Shaughnessy takes back the championship.
Max O'Shaughnessy, as it stands, will be the champion.
Through as well.
Oh, brilliant driving.
Put the kibosh on it. Surely now, Max O'Shaughnessy.
Oh, but he's run wide. He's run wide at turn 3.
Dylan goes back through the.
Oh, and he spins.
Oh, they come together. Somehow they both got away with that.
That's it. Championship over.
That is it. They've got away from it. Kempynck is leading, but O'Shaughnessy second, and they're in clear air. O'Shaughnessy will be the champion.
Dante Dillon's just done Max O'Shaughnessy huge favour there. He's allowed him to get away now. Ben Leslie.
Yep, game over.
Yeah, that's it.
Max O'Shaughnessy will be the champion if it stays like this. Absolutely unbelievable. That championship changed hands at least 5 times over the course of this race. That is absolutely unprecedented. And now it's going to be Max O'Shaughnessy who wins this championship. Even though Kempynck is going to beat him on the road, O'Shaughnessy has driven through and he's going to do it. Now look at Lovelace. Lovelace dies for the inside of Dylan. And look, where has Cameron Khan come from?
Fastest driver on track, trying to go around the outside. Oh, Dylan, that's a move that was not necessary.
And now Khan's going to get them both. Well, Khan gets past Dylan, up and over the curbs. He runs deep. This race is still not over. The championship might
What's
be,
going on?
but this race is still going strong. Lovelace in front of Khan. Dylan and
Slievcevic
Slievcevic.
involved as well, yeah.
O'Shaughnessy's catching Kempynck. He doesn't have to worry now. He's done all the hard work. He's in second place behind Kempynck. From his point of view, he can just catch him, sit behind him. Hi, Tom. You're not going to win. It's going to be me. You can fight me for the win if you want, but it doesn't make a blind bit of difference. He's just going to enjoy the last 12 minutes of this race now. O'Shaughnessy somehow has come. Oh, Dylan and Slievcevic banging wheels as they came off of turn 5. And that is Dylan literally running Slievcevic out of road. There's no way you're getting through, Bucko.
Look, I'm not saying Max O'Shaughnessy wouldn't have escaped anyway. Let's just get that out of the way. Like, there was a very good chance this would have happened anyway. Max O'Shaughnessy would have dropped the pair of them, and he would have...
Khan for the inside of
Oh,
Lovelace.
good
Lovelace
move.
turns in.
Brilliant move.
And Khan makes a move commit.
Best move of the race
Absolutely
so far. That was perfectly executed.
That was full commitment from Cameron Khan. No problem at all there. He was enough
Hardly
alongside.
any contact as well. Brilliant.
Yeah, well, he was enough alongside to make the move. Lovelace had to back out of it. Beautiful.
1.5 seconds up the road, a potential podium.
So Cameron Khan genuinely
Started 15th on the grid, let's not
15th
forget.
on the grid, now has a chance to go and get third position in this one. Brilliant drive from Cameron Khan. Now that O'Shaughnessy is the man behind him, Kempynck has got to play defensive.
Look, I hate to say it, you know, I'd defend like crazy. If I was Tom Kempynck, there's a championship at stake, I'd just start defending like mad.
There's a very good chance of Leslie catching you up.
You back Max O'Shaughnessy up, Ben Leslie catches.
That's a long
you find
gap.
yourself in with a chance. It's not a big gap.
Yeah, and now Kempynck's looked back. He's seen, right, it's
not a big
O'Shaughnessy
gap.
behind him. Right, time to be Ashley Cole, the ultimate defender. Here he comes. This is all about Tom Kempynck playing defensive to Max O'Shaughnessy now. So, the two rivals battling for the championship. O'Shaughnessy has got to do what he does best.
I'm afraid I come with bad news.
Oh no!
Tom Kempynck has received a black flag.
Oh,
Tom-
disaster!
Car number 40, Tom Kempynck has received a black flag.
That is a
for
disaster.
advantage by contact down at
Tom
turn 8.
Kempynck
So-
receives the black flag. He is going to be penalised into the pits, and that hands the championship to Max O'Shaughnessy anyway.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Tom Kempynck fighting like crazy for this championship.
We're going to be denied an amazing showdown.
Yeah, well, that was it. Could have been a very good showdown. I think Max O'Shaughnessy got himself into position of winning it.
And they'll have looked at that. They've gone into it so many times. They'll have thought about it to come to that decision.
They took about 20 minutes to make that decision.
They have to deliver.
They know what's at stake. But Tom Kempynck has received a black flag.
There he goes. O'Shaughnessy goes past him. Whoa! O'Shaughnessy passes him, takes the lead anyway. But that is it. Game over. Tom Kempynck has done his very, very best in the 9 rounds of the championship he's been racing. But ultimately, he gave it his best shot, and it's not going to happen. He bangs his fist on the steering wheel. He gave it everything he had. But Tom Kempynck's championship challenge is dead. Great racing, though.
Sorry for him. But on the flip side of that, you've got to say, Max O'Shaughnessy is going to win this championship with a win. Ben Leslie's going to be second place.
And it's his first championship title, Max O'Shaughnessy, so he's going to win it in fine style.
And Cameron Khan's going to go from 15th to 3rd with fastest lap.
Terrific race from Khan. That is a cruel end for Tom Kempynck, who has worked so hard this season. Considering he missed a round of the championship, he did everything he possibly could, but the officials' word is final, and they have judged that he gained an advantage by bodily contact. It's ABC, avoidable bodily contact. Agreeable, yes, he can argue, well, I was still second, but that's not the point. Ben Leslie was first, he ended up in 3rd. He will argue, my race was ruined by that contact.
I'd say Ben Leslie's safe in 2nd, but who's going to take 3rd?
Well, there is still some more traffic and a bit of a battle going on up the road, so again, that's not quite finished yet. But definitely, Khan has got to work hard to beat Lovelace today. He runs wide! Lovelace is going to get him! And it's Khan.
It is.
Somehow, Khan has held on.
Good driving then.
Goodness
Yeah,
me.
must have been. Sam Lovelace still wants that podium.
Now, that is a battle going into the first corner behind. Is that Slievcevic getting past Lovelace? Yes, it is. Slievcevic passes Lovelace for 4th position. They are still battling away on this last lap. So Khan is going to get a get-out-of-jail-free card of his own there. Lovelace bumping and boring with Axel Slievcevic for 4th position. He wanted to win so badly, he's not going to do so. That is going to go to Max O'Shaughnessy, and it's been an amazing year for him. He has controlled the pace most of the season. He had to fight, he had to get his elbows out to win this one, but he proved he's the champion, and richly deserved it is. Out of the final turn, Max O'Shaughnessy wins, and he is the champion of 2017 in the Daytona DMAX Light Enduro Championship. It's absolutely magnificent win for Max O'Shaughnessy, his third of the season, and that has done enough to make him the champion. Leslie second from Khan, Stiepsevich and Lovelace. Dylan hangs on to sixth in front of Graham Cobb. An amazing title showdown, a fantastic race all the way to the flag, but Max O'Shaughnessy is rightfully the 2017 DMAX Light Enduro Champion.
Brilliant drive and a well-deserved championship for him. He was under a lot of pressure in the early stages of the race. But and a bit of an incident actually there. Tom Kempynck trying to go up the inside.
Yeah, that's Dan Parker.
Yeah.
That's Dan Parker who's gone off there.
No contact made, but Dan Parker in avoidance.
Yeah, Dan Parker spins off at turn 9 on the final lap. As you said, no contact. So Tom Kempynck crosses the line.
Let's just say he was a little bit shocked to see Tom Kempynck
13th
arrive.
position for Tom Kempynck. In the end, he comes home behind Harrison Pugh in 7th, Hampshire in 8th. Cobb in 7th, Harrison Pugh in 8th. Sam Hampshire is 9th from Charlotte Manton in 10th position. Boyd Wayne Jr. finally beats Josh Kraft to the flag in 11th and 12th. Kempynck is 13th from Gibson, Dave Parker, Stephen Cobb, Tomi Shamadi, Alex Brazier, Sam Bennett and Dan Hughes as Dan Parker recovers, or at least he will be shortly, and that will be to finish his season in a lowly 24th. But what an amazing end to the season, and for Max O'Shaughnessy, the celebrations can begin as he comes down the pit lane. He is the new 2017 champion. What a sensational end to the season after an absolutely incredible final battle, and straight away in with the new 2017 DMAX Light Enduro Champion. Max O'Shaughnessy, you have done it, and done it in style.
Thank you. That was really intense race. It was so tough after the first corner on the first lap. I got pushed off the track. I think I might have been down to 9th, 10th or 11th. And me and Tom were at the back with each other. We were pushing forward with each other, fighting it out. And there was a point when I could see him taking the lead. I was down in 6th place and I thought that would have been it. So I was struggling to catch people ahead, but just loads of different things happened. It was a crazy race and I'm happy to end out on top.
Well, when you fought your way through into second position, that was when you knew the championship was on, because you were just behind Kempynck from that point. Did you want to beat him? Was that the goal?
Yeah, it was definitely, as soon as I saw him take the lead of the race, I knew I had to be very ruthless and just get past the people in front of me no matter what. And the aim in the end was to try and win the race on track, but then unfortunately Tom got a penalty, but I reckon we would have had a really good race for it at the end.
Well, a win and a fastest lap. Max O'Shaughnessy, you are the new champion. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
Absolutely fantastic race. Let's see if we can find the man who has been defeated. Let's see if we can get a word with him. Tom Kempynck at the end of an amazing race. Let's have a quick word. Tom, so hard. A very tough race in there. You gave it absolutely everything you had. But what a way to end it. I mean, that was as ruthless as you like.
Yeah, definitely. It was... didn't have the best card. Managed to fight my way through to P1. But then, we had a little come together with Ben. Ben was already very wide and sideways, and I could not get stopped anymore. We had a slight hit. He didn't really spin, so it wasn't really advantage because I stayed second. I didn't gain any positions. But yeah, unfortunately. But congratulations to Max. But yeah, just pity because there was a chance for me to win it today. But yeah, we'll see. Up to next year.
Well, you've given us an absolutely fantastic showdown, Tom. Hard luck, but what a great way to end it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So there are your top three for the last time in the Light Enduro Championship. So let's have it, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Cameron Carr, Ben Leslie, and your new champion, Max O'Shaughnessy!
That's Cameron Conn, 15th on the grid, third place. Fastest lap for most of the race as well. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was tough, but I got stuck with Graham Cobb whilst I caught the pack, and then it put me back up the pack again, so I had to fight my way back, and I didn't quite know I was in third, but so it was a good result.
And one particularly good move into turn 10, I recall as well. I think that was on Sam Lovelace. Do you remember that one?
Down the inside, down here?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. It was all right. Good move.
Yeah, it was more than all right, to be fair. It was very good. Good way to end the season. Ben, you've been very unlucky this season, very, very unlucky. But finally, you get a result you deserve.
Yeah, I was desperate to hang on to a podium position at least. Led for quite a long time. I had a couple of incidents with a couple of other drivers being tapped into a half spin, so it didn't look good for a couple of moments, but I managed to hang on.
Yeah, as you said, you were right in the mix of it, weren't you, in terms of the championship fight and what have you. How did that feel?
Yeah, it was difficult. I mean, I think it was Tom Kempynck who tapped me into a half spin at turn 6. So I couldn't understand why he didn't let me back through. And then I had Max right on my bumper trying to hassle me as well, but I sort of, tried to ignore the championship. I don't care about that. It's my race. So, yeah, I fought hard as I could.
Good stuff, a well-deserved podium. Well done to you, and great to see you on the podium. But then we come to our champion, Max O'Shaughnessy. What a way to win it with a win.
Yeah, winning it with a win is definitely the ideal thing I wanted to do. After lap 1, when I was down in, I think, 12th place after turn 1, I couldn't see myself winning the race from there. And then slowly, me and Tom was pushing up through the field, pushing as hard as we could, trying to build that position gap. And then just through a chain of events, I ended up in the lead with different people fighting and squabbling each other, and I just took advantage of what they were doing.
Talk us a little bit about through your mindset throughout the race, because there were times you were really on the back foot. You were in 7th place. Were you getting information sort of fed to you? Did you know that where you were in terms of championship throughout the race?
Oh yeah, on the radio, my dad, he was constantly giving me information about where I had to finish if Tom finished in certain place. And when he was in the lead of the race, I was in 3rd, and there was a big gap. I think he said if I'd got fastest lap, I would have won by a point. And then I can't remember what happened. It's a bit of a blur, but I managed to get past Dante, and then that was it.
I mean, and how did it feel then? I mean, those last few laps, that was when you really started to get your head down, got fastest lap. Was that just all the pressure taken away and you could sort of have a bit of fun?
Yeah, when I knew my championship was safe, I decided to set myself a target to go for fastest lap as well, to go with it.
A well-deserved champion. Who would you like to thank?
Everyone in the championship, Daytona, my dad who's always on the radio, Tom and Dante, the people who I was rivaling with through all of it, because it's not a championship without the people you're contending with, and I think that everyone here would have been worthy of a champion if they were in my position.
A good way to round it out, I think, Max. Well done to you. Hopefully you're back next season.
Hopefully so.
Good stuff. Well done, Max O'Shaughnessy, the champion there, Jake. That was a good race.
That's one of the best championship showdowns I've ever seen in karting. That genuinely changed hands about 5 or 6 times through the course of the race. And that is how good the quality of the driving is here. You do not know from one lap to the next who is going to win, who's going to be champion. It is that close. And that's how intense we do it in Daytona DMAX. And there's plenty of people watching who will want to be on the grid in 2018. So make sure you're on the website quick, daytonamax.co.uk. Those seats will sell out quick. And we know that if you're a good driver, you want to be on the grid for this one, because it's a great opportunity.